How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Rocky Mountain EDC channel. Today I have just a little overview and impressions of a knife that is going to be given a little bit of controversy. But it could be suitable for some individuals that are looking into OTFs and maybe just don't want to spend the price that a lot of out the front automatic knives cost. And that is going to be on this Templar Knives OTF. This is the PF 1873, and that 1873 is going to be the pattern on the handle itself. So it's going to be an 1873 version of the American flag, and this is going to be in 440C steel, stainless steel. So with Templar knives, they're made in Texas. They are for lack of a better term, going to be a more budget option for OTF knives. Now, the thing about Templar knives is a lot of their designs are going to be copies, some might even say clones, of some other popular or commonly named OTF brands. So just keeping that in mind, a lot of the designs are going to be similar, could be copies, take that for what it is. Now, granted, for what that is, they're not, I wouldn't say that they're a gas station quality type of an OTF. I mean, you can easily get some of these for, $200 down, right? So you could get, I believe this one was about $100. I got it from a local firearms store. So this is going to be kind of, accessible in different areas. You can order it online through their website, but, it is going to be in a kind of more budget category. So I think you can even find some of these for around $80. So you're not going to get anything crazy. I could say that the quality seems to be okay. And we're going to kind of look at some of the features of the knife itself and some of the action. So this is just going to be an overview and impressions. I do not regularly carry this, and again, keeping in mind your carry laws as well, just with wherever you live, what is restricted. So I personally don't carry this due to some of those restrictions. So just kind of own it, have it, it's cool. Just something to keep in mind. So first thing, right, the design and kind of this model version. So this is going to be kind of their standard out the front single action double action switch on the spine of the handle. They do have some front facing ones, and they have some other options as well, and obviously different blade shapes and styles for the different versions. Now they have large versions of these, they have medium and then small, and with the small they have a light version, so it could be a little less heavy in the hand. This is going to be kind of weighty and kind of feels like a brick in a lot of ways, so this is quite heavy. I'm assuming that's going to be due to a lot of the internal hardware, and I believe that it was stated this is some form of aluminum. I would be more on the side of this being some type of stainless steel handle material. So obviously the pattern is going to be 1873 American flag, which is honestly kind of cool. It is going to be painted on, but it does give it a really cool look. Again, with that handle, it is very blocky. It does have some minor forms of jimping here to give you a little bit of texturing and grip on the back and in the front. But it does have some type of coating on it. It's probably the paint coating, so it doesn't feel metallic when you touch the handle. It actually kind of feels like it's got a little bit of coating or grip on it, at least for this version. Any of the uncoated versions, I cannot speak to that. It does have some T8 hardware, so Torx bit 8, so you could disassemble this. Probably wouldn't recommend disassembling it, but knowing that that option is there, you do have that here on this side to disassemble it. It is going to have a kind of a ball bearing type style glass breaker here. Personally, I've not tried it. Just keeping in mind that some of these cheaper style type of OTFs, the glass breaker, right, is usually not going to be the highest quality. So I don't know the quality of this. I don't know how well it's going to perform. The fact that it is going to be a ball bearing glass breaker does give me some confidence. If this was going to be some type of soft steel, just, pointed type ends, I would be a little bit more concerned in terms of it just warping and actually not being tough enough to handle the hardness of the glass that you might need to break, right? But with that said, you can take off the glass breaker, and then you can flip and rotate this very deep carry pocket clip, which has a lot of different kind of retention points to help keep it really secure. And it is a rather large pocket clip. So hypothetically, you could put this on a belt if you needed to, but it also serves just as a normal pocket clip as well. So it is reversible. That is nice to keep in mind. The retention seems very good. Doesn't seem like it's going to warp too bad on you. So good retention on that. So that's kind of the handle of the knife itself. Let's kind of get into the action of the knife. So you do have this painted, coated, I'm guessing either aluminum or stainless steel actuation switch. It does have, I would say, a very gradual and moderate type of stepping here. The jimping on it feels moderate. Wouldn't say it's overly aggressive, but it's by no means dull. So you're going to get a good grip on it, but it's not going to cut your thumb open, right? So I would say, as far as OTFs go, this is going to have a very tough and very surefire action. So that opening is going to actually have a lot of spring tension that you can feel. So you're actually going to really have to push this to get it open. Now, if that's something where it's going to, kind of loosen up over time, I'm sure it will. But just keeping that in mind, it is kind of a little harder to open, especially on the close. You can definitely feel that tension. So you do know when you're building up that tension when it's going to release. It has a high amount of that build up for both the deployment and redeployment. So with the blade itself, the play on this is probably pretty standard. It's not going to have super high retention in terms of stability. It does have a little bit of side to side, a little bit of back to forth play. Nothing than what would be more expected from just a standard OTF. Obviously 440C steel, a good stainless steel. It's going to have some moderate toughness, not going to really hold an edge for very long, but it's going to be easy to sharpen. It's going to be moderately stainless, and it's going to be a little tougher, right? So it's going to withstand some form of damage and abuse that you put on it. I really like the Tonto style blade. It's going to be partially coated, so we can see on this grind down here, it's going to have some type of, I'm guessing, just paint coating here. And then on the flat version up here, it's actually going to be a satin finish. And then on the inside of this kind of fuller here, it's also going to be painted black. So that actually kind of gives the blade a kind of cool look to it. So that's really nice. Really cool Tonto style, right? So you're going to have kind of this secondary edge up here, down here, kind of a moderate point, and then this really sharp point up here, which is kind of cool. It is going to be a rather thick blade, very short edge to spine, so this is not going to be a slicer. I have tried to use this for slicing. It's going to cut things, right? But it's not really going to be good for slicing stuff. It's not a slicing knife. This is going to be really good for piercing and just some basic cutting tasks that you need. Now, what's really nice, right, is it does have the safety mechanism. So this is not going to pierce anything crazy. It might pierce a little bit of paper, but you can easily then get this back on track by safely just pulling the blade out, pulling it back in, and it works like new again. So again, still has the same features that you would normally see. It seems to be moderately well built, just some moderate use. I think it's going to be fine, and this is going to be more of kind of just put in your collection. For some, this might be what they're looking for. It might be just enough to get them what they need out of their everyday carry, given that their laws allow them to carry this. So again, that is the Templar knives, OTF. This is the PF 1873 and 440C steel. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the Rocky Mountain UC channel. Thanks again.